They have to do if that were to happen in the first quarter.
Well, definitely, and I think the other coach as well, the Belmont boys have really got to be aware that you just don't bomb and let the wind do the work for you. You've got to use the ball properly, otherwise the wind won't help you at all.
So, interesting, Jesse Mawson, just keep an eye on him near the centre bounce. There's a bit of activity with the two players. They getting to know one another as the ball comes down to ground. First touch for the big fella, East Geelong. First to the footy, and away they go through Roberts. Terrific interception there by, now I've got to get my numbers right, isn't he? Number 20 is now Hunt has the ball for Belmont Lions. Very quickly back towards the half-forward line, but defence in vogue for East Geelong. They've tried through a series of handballs to get the ball clear. They've done that, and the ball now back to the middle of the ground. East Geelong kicking it low into the breeze. Nice use of handball over the top to Coy. That's Brad. He now kicks it to the lead of centre wing. Ververs coming towards our broadcast position. Not a good bounce. Tries to block his opponent. Oh, does well. Flicks it back between the legs. And tries to pick it up. There's a whistle on play.
Good play by Williams.
Dropping the ball.
He didn't give that away, Williams. He just kept going and going.
So away he goes. Williams for Belmont Lions. Oh, great blocking there by Ververs. Great tower tackle. And he's won the ball back. So great pressure from Ververs for East Geelong.
And 2 out of 2 for Greg Cullen.
Done well. The kick goes into the breeze towards centre half forward, coming from behind. Then a very ordinary tackle. Free kick to...
Carroll.
That was
Matty Carroll.
Carroll for Belmont Lions. Ball back towards centre half forward for Belmont. Stacks on the mill by Cullen. Grub his mate. Up we go. Ball comes to ground once again. Belmont Lions go forward. No players much inside the forward 50 arc as the ball picked up there for Belmont by Williams. He's done well early. There's a whistle on play. So,
oh, there's 50. There's 50. He staged it, but there was contact. And there'll be 50 to Belmont Lions.
Well, it was Jesse Mawson who was involved in...
he was wrestling Pickett early. But
I suppose I could describe it as a bit of a tussle, and Pickett's got him in well and truly because he's given Rhett Smith a bit of a belt there after Smith had been given the free kick. The 50-metre penalty will now take the man on the mark to the head of the goal square. And Rhett Smith, he's been playing for a year or two. He's dobbed it over the goal umpire's head. That's the first score of the game. That's not like you. All right, back in the middle. Ball up in the air once again. The big fellas fly. East Geelong's bonus that time, and nice little handball came out to Bolton. He goes towards half forward. Belmont Lions defence doing well, playing from in front. Picked up by Chalice. Nice handball out. Now can they use it? They have. Great mark. Might be lucky not to get... Well, he was unfortunate not to get 50. I thought the bump was pretty solid after he took the mark. But...
it's Jesse Mawson.
It is Jesse Mawson who... he's got a streak about him, hasn't he? He's been involved in... whatever's been happening today, he's been in it.
Yeah, he has, and he's got a chance now to get one against the wind, which is going to be tough all day. But this is a tough kick against this wind, I might add.
Man in the mark's 40 metres from goal, and you're right, Grubby, would be a huge kick from there. His lining is up as if he can kick it. I would think if he gets to the 10-metre square, he'll do very well. Moves in, kept it low. He's done very well indeed.
Oh.
Hit the post. That's a huge kick into the breeze.
I think the bloke. Look, there's a bloke down out there. I think Dave Mewett, the trainer, should get out and have a look at him, actually.
So from the kick in, huge kick with the breeze, and Murphy, in fact, went for the mark on centre wing, so he's a long way from the goal square. There we've got numbers. Oh, free kick, I would have thought, to Williams of Belmont. Not so, said the umpire, as ball kicked towards half forward for East. And they're doing well because the amount of time they can keep it in their forward line means that Belmont Lions can't score with this breeze. East done well this time through Cluster, goes towards full forward. Man in front, Belmont Lions can't take the mark. Now the ball's at ground level. Nice little handball came out to Chalice on the left foot. Had a player loose. The kick wasn't as good as it could have been. And there we've got... that's good play. East Geelong can't pick it up. They paddle it goalward. Now we've got Stacks on the mill, 35 metres in front of goal. Umpire blows the whistle. We'll have a ball up. 5.5 minutes gone. one behind East, 1 goal Belmont. And Grubby, I would have thought they'd use the win better than this Belmont, or they would need to.
You know, they're going to need to, but they've still got plenty of time, but they're going to need to, yes.
Ball comes back towards centre wing. Big pack of players. Ball comes to ground. Bit of weight being used in there with Fernandez for East, was quite strong. There's a mark not taken there by Perry for Belmont Lions. Gets a handball out. Now the long kick towards the, well, in fact, it's the social free kick, East Geelong. Evans chips it along the boundary line. That's good control. And this is indicative of Belpastel, Grubby, isn't it? Just complete control of the footy if they can. But this time going for Gloucester. Does he take the mark inside
I think they've given it
to the boundary line.
I had the binoculars on it. I'll go with the boundary umpire.
Well done, well done. Now it's Belmont back towards centre wing. Off the top of the pack, Pickett. One step, long kick towards half forward. The bounce is not good. Goes toward the boundary. And yes, a good point, Andrew. It's the tap down won by East, but the crumbs picked up for Belmont now. Back of the pack, Williams. What's happened there? No, an umpire won't allow the advantage.
Went to line up, and I just think he took his mind off what else was going on.
The man on the mark's only 30 metres from goal, directly in front.
Don't go that far from me holidays.
Canavan now. Moves in, getting plenty of advice from East Geelong players as he finally puts... That's a beautiful kick.
Oh, umpire hasn't moved.
Right over the goal umpire's head. Second goal.
Fisher re-Bolton. Fisher gets the tap down. Ryan Coy gets hands to it, but it goes to Belmont, goes down forward. Logan bumps East Geelong off the ball. Perry gets the ball now. He kicks it up high going into the pocket. I think Verver's leading in the race. He can't get it, but Logan picks up the ball. Freddie Logan will kick a goal.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful goal. He's an Jason Doherty's favourite, Freddie Logan from last year. That's Evans, I think, sitting back there, and that's... He's in, yeah, no, that's lands a good
So
ball
in the middle, both ruckmen mistimed their leaps. The ball landed absolutely between them. Now we've got Stacks on the mill still in the centre circle. Umpire puts the whistle on play. And we will have... well, actually, we've got a third umpire. Scotty McLeod could have given us the name of that umpire, couldn't he? But... however, we're underway. There's, Coy got rid of his opponent there.
Very early.
Cowland, very, very early. But the ball is won at half forward. Great tackle. Ball spills loose. Player pushed in the back. Perry for Belmont Lions. Goodness, that was pretty ordinary. As Perry now... Well, if he's any sort of kick with this breeze, Grubby, he's 60 metres out. He'd have a chance.
He's another big man, isn't he?
Yeah, I tell you what, he'd have to kick it... Well, 60, but you'd have to kick it low still before the wind will take it. It's a tough kick.
Kicking
he's made it even tougher.
That's the fatal mistake. You can't score from there. Handball, the order of the day for East Geelong. It's come undone, however. Great tackling there for East Geelong. Umpire doesn't reward it. And I think he'd be a bit disappointed there, Fernandez. It was a good tackle in the player with the footy. Now it's keepings off. Goes back towards... Chris Fox it is for East Geelong, just outside defensive 50.
I'll go with the umpire there. I didn't see much prior opportunity.
Okay, fair comment. So the ball now goes to the defensive side. Certainly East are defending quite solidly to the southern side of Richmond Crescent, and after 12 minutes, only 3 goals against them with this breeze. I would think Perrott would be reasonably happy, Andrew.
I think he'd be reasonably happy. Although I still think that outer side of the ground from our broadcast position is probably the attacking side of the ground.
Okay.
I think you've also got to be careful. A lot of these goals, when you're against the wind, come when you get a bit tired towards the end of the quarter.
Yes, that's a good point too. Well, there's a great pick-up for East Geelong. Immediately tackled. Ball spills loose, goes towards half forward with a kick. Leading up, East had numbers there. They just can't control the footy as it's... Well, should have taken possession there, the Belmont players, but now handball comes across. It's a series of handballs for East as Murphy, long way from goal, has taken the mark outside 50. Gee, that's a funny looking kick. In fact, Verver's probably it was meant for. He didn't know it was coming, and now it's picked up by Mawson, and that was Jake Mawson. Little kick towards full forward. Gee, it's pretty scrambly footy there in the full forward now. Belmont Lions more than happy to concede. They rush behind. So it's 2 behinds to East Geelong. It's 3 goals, 18 to Belmont Lions. Common Define Hotel first quarter scoreboard.
The kick on a two-in-one contest, 2-on-1 contest. So I think Murphy should have went back and had a shot and soaked up 30 seconds with this win, against the win.
So from the kick in, Belmont Lions get it to middle of the ground. Cowland takes the mark handball quickly, and the ball now. Here he is.
Freddie.
Freddie is... geez.
Oh, that was magnificent!
Where did Logan come from? He's followed the 2 behinds, and, well, they wouldn't be wanting to give too big a start to East Geelong because team gets in front by a margin. They get their tails up. There's a whistle on play. The free kick is
that one.
Going to Fisher, the big fellow for Belmont Lions. From this, there's a long kick, well inside forward 50. Where's Logan? There, all eyes on him. Back of the pack. Ball doesn't come there, however. Now he does well as the handball came to Ryan Coy. He went for the boundary. Huge tackle there from the Belmont Lions. Logan picks it up. He's immediately
Divison tackle, but again, no prior. He got it right again, the boy.
So ball now thrown in, back of the pack. Oh, thrown out. That was a good throw from here on blind side of the umpire. The ball kicked in for Belmont Lions, but they've come away with it. East Geelong, gee, how far is this? Oh, nearly a free kick dropping the ball. No, because,
just didn't have control of him.
Didn't. As the ball now kicked low into the breeze, and there's Murphy once again. Kick from Chalice. He's been very conspicuous. Murphy now. He's what are they doing? Finally, now they've created the loose man, but the handball from Murphy wasn't too good. He perhaps better off kicking. Chalice looked a bit tired kicking that, but he's had a few possessions in this first quarter. But the ball comes to Closter. Handball over. Now we've got East Geelong coming through as Robertson, and he's on at the pass. That looks like it's Stewart, is it?
Josh Bowman, I think.
Bowman's playing up forward, you're right. As he kicks it into full forward. Gee, the bounce of the ball eludes all players. Over the boundary line, 10 minutes in the quarter. East need a goal here.
Well, I think this is their chance to get a goal and probably take away 2 of the ones that the Belmont got. Made a bad mistake here, East. Belmont, sorry. Lucas Murphy got the ball. Both players ran to him. Only one go. One takes the other one.
Now from the just a quick kick out of defence, and now they've chipped it back in. Jesse Mawson now, if his first kick was any indication, he can make the distance from there.
He's at the same level, isn't he?
He's straighter in front of goal rather than toward the boundary, and his first kick was very, very strong into this breeze. So we'll see what's happened here. As the man on the mark 40 metres out, Jesse Mawson. He chips it to the lead. Oh,
that's a mark.
Yes, mark taken by...
Oh, now he's called play on.
Why?
Oh, I'll tell you why in a minute when I work it out. Now, I'll tell you what he's done. He's paid the mark. Now, Closter wasn't quite sure whether he was going to pay the mark.
Very slow with the whistle.
Yeah, so he went to go on. Then he blew the whistle and played the mark, but he'd already gone on, so he called play on because he'd gone over the mark.
Line, that's right.
So, well...
A 50-50, we'll call that one for the umpire.
Confusing umpiring, to say the least, but the ball is still, still there. Has
it's on here.
Looks like Rankin's...
Rankin and Ryan Coy are just having a little cuddle.
So Rankin's perhaps had...
and there's going to be a free kick given, but it'll go to Belmont. Luckily for them, I think it's against Coy.
Probably the umpire missed the first one, I'd suggest.
Yeah, which the retaliator always gets caught, boys. You've been around long enough to know that.
So
particularly the captain of the side.
Yes.
The numbers here with East Geelong on centre wing, but fierce tackling by Belmont Lions. Whistle blows. This time the tackle is rewarded. Now there's a bit of continuance at ground level. A couple of players...
Here we go! Here we go!
Logan picks up in the pocket. He's going to snap again, and
he got it!
He knows where the goal is. That is Fred Logan's third, and he is absolutely turning it on here at Richmond Crescent. He has done almost an identical attack on the ball as the
Forum, because especially in the last quarter when everyone gets tired, you can do the old Teddy Whitten, mate, and stack the back line.
So a fairly ordinary throw up in the air by the umpire on that occasion at ground level. East Geelong now under a bit of pressure. Their handballs are not hitting targets, and now they come out towards Berbers. Gets a bit of assistance out there as teammate in Popel. He gets a handball to Closter. Closter now kicks it low into the breeze. The lead is Murphy. Can't get anywhere near the footy. Badly judged. Now the defence of Belmont Lions under pressure. That's not a great kick. Closter can't take a mark that he should have, perhaps. Rankin picks up the crumbs, goes long towards half forward. Good one-on-one contest back there. Running back is Evans for East Geelong. Can't control the footy. Now he does get it. Handball comes out to Fox. Across the ground to the defensive side go East Geelong. Robertson got a bit of space and time. Not a good kick, and I guess the Brews has had a fair bit to do with some of this kicking. I've got to be a bit lenient towards them, but Belmont Lions, they've done well this time through. I haven't got a 69 there somewhere.
Shocking handball.
Mayor, 69
was
Mayor.
it?
He's
Okay.
jumper.
East Geelong has this time Stewart over to Coy. Coy goes wide, a little bit too wide. Boundary umpire says no, it's fair. It's still in play. So East now. Pickett up high in the middle of the ground. Paid the mark or the free kick, one or the other. And Pickett for Belmont Lions. Middle of the ground. Long left foot kick goes towards half forward. Oh, Canavan. That's goodness gracious. I would have thought two hands in the middle of the back. Used to be a free point.
Ball up. Ball in, I should say, in the forward pocket, Belmont Lions end. And they all going to fall on the ball, and we shall have a ball up.
Up there, okay.
Untangling the legs. Ball up. Perry hits that. He gets the tap down. Belmont get a kick in. No, smothered off the boot. That was smothered off the boot from
Getting to the contest first, don't they?
Yeah, they are. And sides always tend to do that when they got the win. Let's hope they can do that when they're against the wind. And, you know, they tend to do it when they got the win. Their confidence up. They got their tails up.
So the ball came in, throw in, it's gone to the middle of the centre half forward position, and there is stacks on. You could throw a blanket over about 15 or 20 players here.
I know the wind helps you physically.
There's the ball now at centre half forward for Belmont Lions, kicking with the Brews. Oh, the ball came to ground from that contest. Umpire will come in, and if he can find the ball, he'll put it in the air once again. A lot of players. East Geelong defending very, very stoutly here. 23.5 minutes gone in the quarter. Can't afford probably to let another goal come in here because it would be a very good quarter for Belmont Lions. Ball kicked back to the middle of the ground. Murphy, long way from up forward. His handball leaves a bit to be desired, but Ververs takes it, tackled. His handball is under pressure. Back to Murphy.
Not 15.
Doesn't know what to do with it. There's East Geelong now, come wide, looking for Ververs once again. Now he's clear. A little short chip, and that's a better pass as the ball comes to Closter. Right in front of our broadcast position, true centre wing, northern side. Little chip past the lead. Not a good kick whatsoever. It's too easy for the Belmont Lions. Scotty Pickett towards half forward. Easy mark in front to Atkinson. And man on the marks at 50 with this Breeze. If he can kick it all, he's not without a chance. So Atkinson there comes in. Not a good kick by any stretch. Man in the hole in front of the contest. Taking the mark is Evans, is it, for East as they clear the ball across the face of goal. And mark taken. They're now going, that's a dangerous kick to half forward. Numbers certainly with the Belmont Lions. Mayer has a bounce. That's very negative. I would have thought he's gone to the defensive pocket, but they still have control. Now he comes back to the middle of the ground. In front is Canavan, can't take the mark. Puts a contest on. Great tackle. Ball spills clear. Now East, where are they going to go? They've got no one to kick to. Handball across the face of goal. Now they come to the attacking side, and Chalice, you've got a big task here. Can't take the mark.
Having a shot for goal. If you're going to have a shot for goal, go back, take your time, line them up. Don't just go back and kick it like he did.
Well, from the throw, and that was a
Tell you what,
steal by Rhett Smith. Back of the pack.
Kick straight. So if East Geelong don't kick straight when they do have it, then they could find themselves in some bother.
Well, the wind's certainly taking a bit to do with the ruck work there, because the ball went up. Both ruckmen didn't get anywhere near the ball. Handball came there towards Pickett. He can't pick it up. There's a whistle on. Advantage pays. It's gone to Smith again.
He's done that!
55 metres. Rhett Smith.
Blustery as it is, and this is the away side, using the wind down here at Richmond Crescent to absolute perfection.
So East Geelong, we've got Murphy in the centre for this contest. They get the tap down. Murphy can't pick the footy up. There's a
Dallas.
player tackled high. Umpire
Good
Johnny
decision.
on the spot. Yes, he put his head down to try and pick the footy up. As
Oh, he's played on.
Silly boy.
stupid Jake Mawson, and he's put his team under pressure now because Murphy's got to beat 2. He can't do that. Umpire whistle on play.
And
Big
didn't
pack of
drag it in.
players. No, that's true. So tapped down by Bolton, doesn't go anywhere. The umpire might have to do it all again, and he will. That umpire puts up to the players everywhere. Comes down, Ververs, can't pick, he's held without the footy surely. But kick off the ground for East Geelong. Gets the ball to the half-forward flank. There's the ball now, half-forward flank. Must be very, very late in this first quarter. There's the ball now. The big fella puts his body in front, Fisher. It's pretty hard to get around.
Oh, he's a big lad.
He's done very well so far. As Jake Mawson tries to come clear of the pack with the footy, he's immediately tackled. Umpire puts the whistle to the mouth, and we'll have a ball up. Still half-forward flank for East Geelong. Bit of a stalemate for the last moment or two. As the ball now, this is better. Mawson, well, he's tackled
Back.
from behind. Surely, said the umpire doesn't agree. And I'm with you, Grubby. I thought he dived right on top of him and should have been a free kick. And
I saw Greg Cullen, the other umpire, out behind the back, put the whistle to the mouth, but he just was blocked. So, yeah, the umpire at this end probably made a bit of a blue there.
Fisher again gets a tap down and then tried to follow up and get the kick. And he's doing very, very well in the ruck. I'm not too sure whether it's his first game for the club, first time he's been named, but he is certainly an asset to this side. So Jesse Mawson's in there sort of having a few words again, so keeps us interested. The handball came out to Jake Mawson. He kicked the full forward, no good, as the ball now back middle of the ground. Murphy can't take the mark, and looks like he's playing well away from full forward.
Yeah, they've moved him into the middle.
As well, there's the siren. It is quarter time in our GDFL match of the day, and at quarter
A ball back in the middle. Fisher and Bolton. Bolton will get the tap that time, go straight to ground. Bolton does his own roving. Great tackle by Jesse Mawson, broken by the Belmont player. Ball goes back to ground. Closter gets the ball out the back to Robertson. Robertson to Ryan Coy. Ryan Coy to his brother Brad. Brad Coy from the centre position goes a mongrel kick up towards the middle, and Perry has gone back to centre half back. He takes the ball, can't mark it though, comes off hands, and that will probably be a ball up at centre half forward. Umpires are blowing the whistle. Now he has.
There you go, jumped into Mawson there, so the Mawsons are not the most popular boys, I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah,
No, but nothing dirty. They're playing it tough and hard, which you want to see them do.
So the ball now, the kick out of the pack goes to full forward.
It's going to bounce. Oh!
Hit the post, about to come in.
Yep.
As
Just
that was a
terrible
shocking
football.
kick. Who was that from Mayer at full back? And,
and
basically
Clearance.
gifted.
Oh, he's missed it.
7 goals.
Behind,
Oh,
that
yeah.
was...
It's one of the windiest places in the world.
I told you this morning, it was beautiful out there.
the wind to be probably across the ground. It runs north-south.
Cross to the pocket, but favouring the train line end.
From the kick in there, Belmont Lions have got the ball back to centre wing. It's at ground level. They're trying very hard. The running player stripped of the footy. Picked up for East Geelong. Now there's strong tackling as the ball goes toward the boundary. In front of the change rooms here at Richmond Crescent. Half forward flank, or between half forward and centre wing for East Geelong. 1 goal, 4. They trail Belmont 7 goals straight. There's a whistle on play. What's happened
Looks
here?
like another blood rule, is it? Football and netball.
Well, I don't know what's transpired there, but the ball thrown in. And at back of the pack, it's Mawson. Picked it up. He's immediately tackled. Tackle high, said the umpire. And back he goes. As now chips it in. Murphy had 6 players to beat in that marking contest. Surely there's some East Geelong players at ground level. Certainly
Right.
that's a legal tackle, surely. Over the head, but not so, said the umpire, as Belmont Lions now. They try to work it around the boundary. Can't do so. Lachlan can't pick the footy up, and it drifts just over in this second quarter with the aid of quite a strong breeze. The ball comes in now. A lot of players go for the tap down. East Geelong finally get it to Ryan Coy. Off a step, goes to full forward. Player up and down before acceptances. Front of the pack, Jake Mawson. Can't get the footy, however. Strong tackling. Bound gets a handball away. The kick goes for Belmont Lions towards the 50. Mark taken by Closter, and the man on the mark is on the 50-metre arc.
He's a chance here, Closter.
Closter's a very good kick normally. What can he do here?
No, the wind's going to get it.
A terrible kick. In fact, might have just snuck in for a...
Go back.
Daniel Mayer from full-back. A tumbling punt comes out. It was a shocking kick from a full-back. Out into the play. Coy nearly took the ball. It goes to hands. I think Perry had the ball then. Comes to East Geelong. To Murphy. Murphy from centre-half forward. True. Will lob that through, and that will be a goal. That was very opportune play. Ryan Coy
Did, so they probably can afford to squander a couple.
That's a Bolton tap down. Very good in the centre. Belmont Lions at ground level. Take it away. Pick it round the body, but not able to connect the footy at centre wing as East Geelong go forward, but the ball beats them all over. 9 minutes gone in the quarter. Still plenty of time for East to peg back this lead as the big fellow Fisher gets the tap down, but they can't do much more than that. It comes to Coy. Oh, a lucky kick. It's found brother to brother. The handball comes to Chalice. Chalice inside 50. Murphy, second grab. He just couldn't hang on to the footy. So it's touched through for another behind.
Into the back line. So Mayer for the Belmont Lions with the ball again. He's going to head back out to the social room side. All the way into the social rooms, in fact, and that will be a free kick.
Negro's going to have to do something here. He's had 3 kicks from out there. One got smothered, one went out in the full, and one went straight down an East Geelong forward's throat.
So Popel kicks the ball in looking for Murphy.
Ooh.
Pack flies. Big Pack comes to ground, though. Can't get it out. That looks like Evans with the ball. Evans tries to break a tackle in the forward pocket, and the ball will go out. So throw in. Fisher and Perry together, both the Belmont Lions big fellas. One taps to the other. Belmont Lions clear the ball, comes up to the half-forward flank. Closter underneath it. One hand, Big Pack Forbes. Belmont are really trying to smother the ball and keep it to ground. Ball picked up by Mawson. Goes to Ververs. Ververs back to Closter. Closter gets a chip kick into the hot zone. Picked up by, was it Evans again, I think. A snap kick from Chalice, was it?
Yep,
it's there. Chalice, and that is a goal. Great roving by Andrew Chalice. That's what he's known for.
Quarter.
Mind you, I think I'd have the courage too if I had that pace.
So the ball comes to ground. Neither ruckman really get a touch. Coming through was Rankin. He kicks the ball out wide, but East Geelong this time through Popel again on that wing, starting to come into play. Coy, tackle without the footy, follows up round the body, kicks it to the dead pocket. Attacking the footy was Murphy. Coming through is Closter behind him. He's got 3 to boot, puts it on the boot. I was going to say it would have been a miraculous goal. And it'll be Mayer again. I wonder if he can do any better outside the goal square. Grubby, you've been calling for a change here.
Well, they've got no choice here with the out in the full because it's the closest one there. So let's hope he kicks it a bit better.
So that's a better looking kick. It's very close to the boundary line. Huge pack of players out there. Off hands, touched off the boot as well. There must be, if there's 36 on the ground, 34 of them are currently inside the Andrews. Low throw in by the boundary umpire. East win the footy. Mawson, he's tackled immediately. The ball gets anywhere near him. It's a real rugby scrum at the moment. You can't describe it as anything else than that. The umpire allowing them to try and get the footy out. It's playing into the hands, certainly, of Belmont Lions at the present moment because they're nullifying the game in front of the change rooms here at Richmond Crescent. They've been there for about 2 minutes. And there's
a free kick
Rankin
there.
And Mawson there.
Then he's dropped down a 50. Well, how undisciplined's that? And Paul Negro's got to get that boy off the ground and give him a real tongue lasher. The free kick was undisciplined. The 50 was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, they just players are getting sucked in here. Rankin and Mawson have been at it all day. And, well, that's the good move. The runner is immediately removing Rankin from the ground, and that's good coaching, and that's what you like to see.
Yep.
The player with the footy is Savage, was it?
Yep.
Kicked the goal. So Savage got the free kick and for it immediately, and that was done. So that's good work. Ball in the middle once again as the big fellow that time in Ward gets the ball away for Belmont Lions, but at ground level East doing much better now. The chip pass, I don't know where that was going because Mayer, well, he's not kicking in, he's now nearly on the wing. He picks the footy. Oh, that's,
now that can go deliberate, you know. Intended to do, and that's what the rule's there for.
So Robertson now, dangerous kick. I guess He brought it into the middle perhaps a little bit too soon, but they've got away with it, East, because Lachlan has accepted the handball, goes long to full forward. Murphy taken under the footy as the contest is in the half-forward.
Very easily could have gone straight down the ground with about a centimetre more, I reckon.
Yes.
And you don't want to give a goal up here at the moment.
So there's the ball dropped by the Belmont player as he's tackled towards the boundary. That umpire deemed it was in order. So the boundary umpire will now come into play. 16 minutes, second quarter. 4-6 East, trail Belmont 7 straight as they win the contest, Belmont, to get it towards the boundary. Player there in Savage gets a handball clear. East back to Chalice. Now back to the head of the goal square. Big pack of players back there. Mark not paid. Handball goes back towards the goals for Belmont there towards centre wing. The two number 17s.
Oh, it could be 50 now.
Back to the centre line. There's nobody forward of centre to do anything there. So we've got a big pack of players now. There's Holt. Well, the two, it was actually off the ball, Grubby. The two of them basically wrestling, and I thought they were 50-50. But the free kick's gone to Ward for Belmont. Goes to the middle of the ground. That's dangerous for them too, I would have thought. But off the hands. Let's come to Carroll. Carroll now to Fred.
He stay down, son.
He can't take that mark as the ball now at ground level. Umpire almost in the way. Picked up for East Geelong by Robertson.
You get the free.
And he gets a free kick.
Oh, you got to pay advantage. You got to pay advantage. You've just cost him 50 metres.
and closes the game up again. Down after he delivered the ball. Where's he gone with it? Right across the ground to the defensive side. Has caught out
beautiful shepherd.
So Fred has just suddenly found out what football's all about because he was shepherded off the ball there pretty well. East Geelong now, low skimming past. Closter can't take the mark. Butters up well though. Tackle high. So Closter now outside 50 now.
Go back and have a shot, son.
They probably
go and have a shot.
Get the ball going quickly because now they've enabled. He's got to have the shot now because everyone's got back as he comes in. Now that's a better looking kick than the last time. It's going to be in the goal square, off hands. It is over.
Because they seem to be kicking it better from this side of the ground.
Either that or they've made an arrangement to play all the game in front of the sponsors.
Yeah.
So ball comes in from Mayer. Good kick into the wind. Goes out past the 50-metre mark. Pack on and the ball will be put out. No doubt about it. Ball comes in. Fisher gets the tap down. Goes off hands. I think Mawson leading for the race for the ball. He picks it up and is heavily tackled. Umpire says, you've taken him too high, son, and free to Belmont. Goes out by Carroll, I think it might have been, out to the wing. Off hands. And that was...
Bit to say to him.
Oh, there's a bit of going on there. He threw a punch, that boy. And Greg Cullen has spotted it. And no card. He said, settle down, boys, or you'll both go off.
So, ball comes back into play for Belmont up to the wing in front of the East Geelong bench. And there's a great mark. Is that Evans, I think? Cormac Evans? Which, that's a good old-fashioned Scottish name. Evans now with the ball. Centre wing, outer side of the ground. Long roosting kick. Over the top comes Belmont, and that will probably go out of play. Yes, it will.
The ball. They're not going to kick a goal, are they?
No, well, I think that's the plan is that we're not going to worry about scoring in 2 quarters of footy the way that looks at the moment.
It's a whistle and play for the ruck contest.
It'll go to East.
No, I don't know which umpire gave it because they're both pointing and what a terrible decision by the big fella. But handballs come to Closter.
Oh, what a beauty!
Third, fourth man in the queue, Lucas Murphy, flew into the back from point blank range. So there we've... and he can't kick it now until
Lucas Murphy goes off the ground.
It's a little scratch on the knee by the look of things. He's had the blood. So Fernandez
at least it keeps him sober.
The nearest person to the activity. And I think he has honoured that mark from each game. The umpires, would you agree, Grubby, haven't been consistent with one another?
With one another. They've been consistent in their own realms, but they've got to work together a little bit more. Some of them have got different interpretations of each other.
So from the ball up in the middle, a long kick for East Geelong, sees the ball at full forward. There's a nice handball out the top. Murphy back on the ground. He's had a pot shot from 40 metres out. I think he's missed everything. No, he's been given a behind. Well, from where I was sitting, it was nowhere near a behind.
Geez, I've been sticking up for the field umpires and the boundary umpires, but I'm not sure about this bloke. He might need to see an eye dog. I think if that was a point, I'm not here.
Mayor for Belmont Lions goes back out to the social rooms, and Perry takes a strong mark at 40 metres out from goal for East Geelong. So Perry for the Belmont Lions. Looking upfield. A terrible kick. Scrubber, mongrel, finger breaker, as they say. And that will be taken out of bounds. I reckon that was almost as deliberate as the one
he carried
before.
it out. But Greg
Did the
Cullen,
big fella?
But Greg Cullen, a little bit more conservative over there.
So Big Fisher didn't want to bend over and do too much with that. So he's got the tap in now, but Bolton will get the tap in. Comes off hands. Goes to Robertson. Robertson gets the ball clear. Comes off hands again. It didn't pick up the number there.
Ducked his head. Good decision.
It's a scrum that Belmont have just... The players are just pouring in from Belmont and just closing that ball down again. Robertson. Oh, over the back. Was that Costa? No, that was Lachlan, I think. Lachlan has the ball.
No, actually.
Might have been Bolton, actually.
It was Bolton.
Benjamin Bolton, yeah. Mawson picks the ball up at centre-half forward. And it is really just a scrum. Belmont have locked it down. There's two players.
He's pinged him for holding the ball. The bloke was holding him around both ankles.
Yeah.
Oh, he was still holding the ball, Eric, if you go technically on the rule. Ben Miller for Belmont Lions. He will send the ball out towards the wing, or the half-forward flank, in fact, but the wing gets hold of the ball. Boys fly high for the mark. East Geelong come away. Bolton again doing some strong work in there. Comes off hands, and again the pack forms. Blow the whistle, Greg, and ball it up.
Take a lesson here because they backed themselves in the first quarter and probably lost.
So ball comes clear now. Back towards Robertson, but the ball comes clear. I think it might have been Rankin got the ball. Or it's heading to Rankin now, sorry, I've called that wrong.
He must be
had
quick.
The ball. Neville had the ball, he's given it off to Rankin. Half-forward flank for Belmont Lions.
Oh, he had plenty of pride, got rid of it.
Furvers to Neville. Neville breaks away. Could this be the first score at that end of the ground? There's nobody home.
Great mark.
Come on, boy. That would have been Johnson, I think. Johnson took the mark. He's probably about 35. Ben Johnson, 30 metres out.
Justin
Rankin. Good kick. Goal to Johnson. So that is the first goal at the Cadinia Park into the ground. And
Of them there. The forward plays in front. He's got a fair chance, and that happened.
Well, I think East Geelong probably should put another two back and make it 4-on-2 and maybe unclog it up here a bit.
In the middle, Bolton gets the tap for East Geelong. There's a secondary tap, and that's a great tap. It's only as far as Mayer, who's intercepted at half-back. He's gone straight for the boundary on the southern side. Won't get out on the full. In fact, it doesn't get out of bounds as the ball intercepted, and there's a strong mark.
Now get it down. It's while it's open.
Robertson. You're right, Grubby. Now, why would you go in there so soon? He does, but Fox at centre-half back now has taken the mark, and he's gone straight back to the defensive side. Mark taken now. He's tried to get it running. Chalice, except a handball. He'll need to go pick it up because he got run down by Logan on that occasion too comfortably. Now he gets it back again, Chalice. Now the long kick. That's where they need to be doing, East Geelong. One in between two. Man in the middle is Murphy. The man at the back takes the mark in Fisher. Perry, as the ball, he kicks it towards the boundary. And the defence, they need to get in the middle of the ground, though, surely.
Yeah, they worked it very well that time.
So from the throw-in, back of the pack, East have it now. Closter, handball over the top. Players run a mile. Ververs, no, in fact it was Ross to go wide. Has Smith out there on his own. This is poor marking for East Geelong as Smith now soaks up the time. 28.5 minutes gone for the quarter. Long kick along the flank.
It's a mark.
There's a good mark for East Geelong. That time by Mawson. Chips it to middle of the ground. Closter stretches high, takes the mark, but goes defensive. I can't. He has got a player out there. I didn't see him. It's Stewart.
They need another one, East. They need it now before the siren.
Yeah, Stewart now skims along, looking for his teammate at centre forward. Now the numbers come for Belmont Lions as tackled at the centre of the ground. Now kick off the ground for Belmont is huge benefits. Ball forward of the centre. I don't know where the East Geelong players are, and backwards of the footy. doesn't do them much. They have got the footy now. Verbers is 1 out against 2, and in fact the ball.
And watch this Freddie Logan, because he just ran him down like he wasn't there.
Yes, he's very, very quick from the ball in. Fisher gets the ball forward for Belmont Lions. Players getting mauled in the packs there, but no free kick. Chalice accepts a handball. Now he goes to the head of the goal square. That's where it needs to be. Oh, huge fly for East Geelong as the ball comes out to Closter. He's tackled, gets a handball. Gee, there's a lot of high tackling.
Might have given him a high
Surely
one that
it's gotta
time.
be-
State.
Yeah, that's right. Now, hang on. The umpire, the trailing umpire has just given 50 metres. I reckon somebody said something to him. It wasn't the umpire who gave the free kick. It was the umpire who's given the 50 was standing beside Closter.
You're
Something's
right.
been said.
You're right. Greg Cullen's paid the free kick. Dale Dorling's come from 50 metres back to give a 50. So it could be nothing else except language.
So Closter now has kicked his first for the day, and a very important. They've both failed a little in the middle this time. The big fellow in Fisher gets a tap down, but the ball goes towards the east goal as a handball came out from Cameron. Out wide. Oh, that's a great grab that time by Robertson. Goes goalwards. He deserves a goal. Lucas Murphy, he shepherds, but it's not online.
Gee, if he didn't mark that, the Belmont
Goal straight 48 Belmont, Buckley's Entertainment Centre. Second quarter scoreboard, 32 minutes gone.
So Rankin has the ball deep in the defensive back pocket for Belmont Lions. He's going to give the sponsors another look at the ball. I would suggest he's going to hug that boundary. High comes right up in front of the social rooms, and a good mark there to
out in the full, I think you'll find.
Out in the full. Perry took a good mark, but outside the boundary line.
Should come prepared with your binoculars, Andy.
I should come. Oh, I just haven't got the money, the payment that you've got, Grubby. Murphy can't get the ball. Kick comes back into the forward. Murphy can't take the mark. It goes to ground. Perry will clear the ball. It will go out wide. That is Mawson. Picks up the ball. He's tackled to the ground one-handed. He disposed of it interestingly. Ball comes in. Murphy again. Can't tackle. Off hands to, I think, Jesse Mawson of the two Mawsons. And that is a goal to East.
And unfortunately, he's probably, while he's doing it, he's feeding Cogsy some cans, I reckon. He would go along with it.
That'd be a happy timekeeper's box.
So in the middle, the ball cleared out. A long kick from Robertson. Goes quickly to full forward. Coming through is Cameron on the left foot. Hooks it around the body. Doesn't get to the target. East at ground level have done pretty well, but they can't pick the footy up. And it's cleared away for... the Belmont side. Verbers dropped the footy surely. Not so. There's a nice check side kick from the 54 minutes in the quarter. Free kick was paid. It doesn't matter.
He's going to have a shot from 70-80.
Yeah, Tim Savage, I would have thought slightly out of his range, but we'll await the kick. He's not real good as the siren has sounded. So at half time, East Geelong 7 goals, 9-51 lead. The Belmont Lions 8 goals straight, 48 goal kickers for the half, all single goal kickers for East.
In the quarter, but they've started off with there, so they're on the attack.
So ball in the middle, and neither ruckman get the tap down. First kick goes for Belmont Lions towards half forward. Leading in strongly and taking a strong mark was Perry. Man on the mark's about 53 metres out, and he's a big fella. If he gets a decent go at it.
Now, how can that be play on?
Umpire call play on, I think. Once he starts to move sideways.
He never.
They had to try and control the footy in this. So far, been able to do that, and I guess the wind has been a significant factor in it. But they're not too sure where to go here as the umpire now calls play on. The kick into the man in the mark, that's not good footy at all in the back half, but Lachlan gets them out of trouble. To Murphy, middle of the ground, can't take the mark. Left foot kick for the Lions, and mark badly dropped there for East Geelong by Bowman, but he gets away with it, takes it out wide, and Fox has helped him out with a mark in the back pocket. So Fox now, it's a much better kickers, go high and wide and handsome, and off the pack, East Geelong do well at ground level. Now, there's been some smothering off the boot today. 2 minutes into the third quarter, no score in this quarter.
So Murphy takes the ball on the wing position for East Geelong, looking for an option to come forward. Robertson's available to him inbound. Can't make up his mind. Short chip kick up the wing. And a mark will be taken by Mawson. So Mawson right in front of the Belmont box. He chip kicks, so they're going to the possession type football opportunity now as the ball goes to Cluster on the outer wing.
Well, I suppose, guys, the longer East hold the footy, the less chance Belmont have got to get in goal.
It's an opportunity to flood back, so they go backwards now to Nolan. Nolan takes the ball. They're going to come across the ground towards the commentary side. Coy has the ball. He comes out wide looking for Lachlan. Numbers favour Belmont Lions slightly, but Lachlan gets the ball. Handball's inbound looking for Coy. Coy gets it, breaks one tackle, then gets knocked free. Comes out, Chalice has the ball. He's tackled by Neville. Ball goes to Verbers, picked up by Cowland. Cowland back to Neville. Here comes Freddie Logan. He can't take the ball with him, though. He was off and away before the ball was accepted. Ball comes out now. Back to Coy. Coy at the centre-half back position for East Geelong. He comes forward and he's looking for Lachlan, who takes the ball on the wing position. Short chip kick in. Possession football. Play on's the call. Ball comes back to Chalice from Bowman and goes forward looking for Murphy. Murphy takes the ball in front of the cricket nets on the Cardinia Park end of the ground. He's looking for a lead. He goes inbound now, looking for great mark. Oh, no, it was spilled off hands. Ball comes to Mawson. Mawson comes back out, looking for Fernandez. Fernandez chips and kicks a...
8 goals straight, 48 Belmont Lions. De Grande Cycle and Sport third quarter scoreboard. As the kick in is not good because it's marked comfortably unattended by Murphy. He chips it forward to Verbers and tells him to hang fire. He kicked it into the full forward position, very low into the breeze, but no East Geelong players up there, and Belmont Lions far too easily have taken the ball out of defence, go to the middle of the ground. Coy is there. He can't get the bounce of the footy. Attacking it is Mayer. He has a bounce. Now the long kick. Goes towards the half-forward line. Maybe he had the sun in his eyes, everything against him. But, big job here for Coy. He's got Smith to beat in the contest. Now he's got numbers arriving for Belmont Lions. Canterman picked the footy up. Has a shot, a little bit selfish there, I would have thought. Tip in the attacking area for Belmont Lions. Kicking in this quarter with the strong breeze to the eastern end. Good tap down there by Bolton for East Geelong. Takes the ball all the way to the...
Ball comes down. Canavan gets the ball. Comes out to Carroll. Carroll, handball's over, looking for Neville. Neville running off hand. Rogers running onto the ball. Goes back, though, in the East Geelong direction. They defend well. Neville picks up. Handball's out again to Carroll. Back to Neville, right in front of the social rooms. Ball comes out. Bolton intercepts, and he'll run it towards the boundary line and tackle. No, it's the ball still in. Pack of players dive on the ball, and the umpire will ball it up, or it is a throw-in finally.
I think he's going to ball it up.
He's going to ball it up. So Greg Cullen, right in front of the sponsors once again. Ball is thrown up. Tap to Bolton. Comes to ground. Again, players dive on the ball. East Geelong with the numbers. Lachlan there feeds the ball out, but knocked off hands by Johnson and out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Belmont Lions.
Suiting East Geelong, Grubby.
Yeah, it is. They're bottling up well.
So ball comes in. Rankin snap kick, and defending back deep, I think, is Evans for East Geelong. So he will bring it out to the commentary side of the ground. It's going all the way out. Verbers in leads in the race for the ball with Neville, and the ball will be out at Belmont. They haven't got the same vigour as early. So ball comes back in. Goes past Chalice. Kicking in danger without a doubt. Carroll just put the boot right in there, and the ball goes to Robertson, but they've paid advantage, so the ball goes to Mawson. He'll come forward to Cluster. Cluster at centre-half forward. Good tackle-off play by Belmont Lions. They go forward now by Vermeulen. Vermeulen goes back into the centre, a big kick. Goes off hands. It's a wrestle, 2 on the ball. Numbers are forming around the pack again in the centre of the ground. Ball comes out now to... Is that Rankin? No, I think it might be.
No.
Coming forward. And Evan Cowland. Chris Fox takes the ball. He'll go out wide to the outer side of the ground, and Coy will take the ball. He chips back into centre-half forward to a loose Kyle Robertson. Robertson now. He has no one. He's going to take a bounce. He takes one. He takes 2 bounces now coming out the wing. He goes out wide looking for Fox again, I think.
Down the ground. Down the ground. That's undisciplined football.
So it goes down the ground. Nolan has the ball now right in front of the commentary position for East Geelong. He chips in and has Robertson. Kyle Robertson has the ball. Centre wing here at Richmond Crescent.
He's got better the further the game's gone.
He has. You just took the words right out of my mouth. He's becoming a really good player.
Robertson to Murphy, a juggling mark, but he does control it just forward of centre. And East Geelong playing a very good quarter so far in this third quarter. Goes backwards, finds Lachlan, Drew Lachlan. Needs to keep it along the boundary, in my view. Doesn't know where to go. Went very close to the man on the mark. Does take it along the boundary. Diving forward for East. Oh, that's off rank in this third quarter and defending very, very well so far. There's the Rover got the tap forward, or coming through strongly was Savage. Can't take the footy with him, however. Excuse me. Comes out to Neville for Belmont Lions. Handball goes to, that was a block. Now the long kick comes from Carroll towards full forward. Numbers with East there. Can they take the footy? Yeah, Numbers win out. Lachlan goes a crack across the defensive goal to teammate in Bowman. And Bowman now just chips it out to Coy. Coy's played a great quarter, playing the loose man in defence and playing it absolutely perfectly. He's the right position, the right time. He's leading the troops. Oh, that's not such a good kick. And the mark too high has been stolen as the ball goes back to the full forward position for Belmont Lions. And Lachlan has taken the mark.
So Lachlan with the ball. Belmont lacking direction as they go forward at the moment. Lachlan looking for somewhere to go. He's going to come out to the commentary side of the ground. Ball comes forward looking for Verbers. Verbers has the ball. He'll paddle it across, and that will
go aimlessly in there. And East Geelong are getting the ball out without any trouble.
So throw in. Fisher gets the tap down. Neville can't robe it correctly. Ball comes out to Block again, I think. He gets the ball out. Goes back inside to Carroll. Carroll gets the kick off the foot. Going forward. Mark needed. Canavan couldn't take the mark, and the ball will be 8 goals, 1 to East Geelong, 7 goals, 10 on the 11-minute mark on the De Grande Cycling Sports scoreboard. So ball's brought back in. Coy has the ball. He's going to use the boundary line, and the call came, but I think that is out of bounds. So Neville into attack for the Belmont Lions. It's a good kick right to the teeth of the square. But it's fallen over the back.
Luck's a fortune.
You don't mind at all, and that would be Ben Johnson. So the ball's fallen.
They're still alive.
There's just quite a bit happening off the footy, and I would imagine that a couple of players might need to be very careful. They'll find themselves having a night out, certainly. The ball in the middle, in dispute. Ball does come out, but just as quickly went back in. Umpire, a couple of players appealing for the free kick, not on, said the umpire. And,
well, you're right, Eric, and I don't like their chances now with Dennis Gilmore being chairman, I can tell you.
So in the middle, ball goes up again. No, Ruckman can get the tap down. East Geelong just a toe poke along the ground towards the half-forward line, and just Numbers forcing it forward, East Geelong. Now they're attacking the footy. Finally comes out to Mawson, needs a runner and finds it in Robertson. Robertson, long handball over the top. Players running back into position.
We've got someone down here.
Murphy.
Josh Carroll's down.
So Murphy goes towards half forward. Good contest there at ground level. East come forward. The kick, Ververs can't get... Oh, great tackle. That's dropping the footy. Terrific tackle, Ververs on his countenance. Neville, both number 17. Great tackle. Too far out to score, I'd suggest, but I would think he should be going for the goal square, surely. He's done just that. It's a big kick off the boot. The wind's taking it across. Only a man going for his rank and takes the mark just inside the field of play. Just chips it short over the top. Closter reads it well, dives on the footy. Can he get it out? He can't. Now the players dive on him. Umpires letting it go. Players do get it out. Too much of a scrum. So at the 14-minute mark of the third quarter, Belmont 9.
Score quickly and get it out of this East Geelong defence. Fisher gets the tap down, rove by East Geelong. That was Mawson. Mawson shrugs the tackle, gets the kick, heads down forward, and it was a mark to Cameron, not quite, off hands.
He got him a bit high, I think.
Cameron will get that, I think. It was put his body in, a good attempt by Cameron. Belmont has the ball. Calls to move it quickly, and that's what they need to do, and that was a poor kick, and Ryan Coy, the man of the moment, on the half-forward flank for East Geelong. Holds the ball up again, so they're really holding on to possession of the ball, winding the clock down. He goes to Mawson. Mawson taps the ball over, and that will run out of bounds in front of the East Geelong coach's box on the outer side of the ground.
There's a Belmont player down there, and the East Geelong trainer, Davey Mewett, went straight to him because the Belmont boys didn't see it. So, Davey Mewett, you're a good sport, mate.
Ball comes back
Tommy
in.
Perrott pretty wrapped in the game. He's out of his box and he's giving quite a bit of instruction out there.
They're doing a good job, East. They're really locking Belmont down. So the ball, scrum of players. Ball comes loose now. That looks like Rankin again. He's going to get a long kick down, but Robertson will intercept on the wing for East Geelong. So Robertson, he's really come into the game in this second half. He's worked into it more and more as the day's gone on. He's going to chip in board looking for Fox. Fox takes the ball in the centre of the ground. Again, chipping the ball back out. He'll go back to Robertson. They're going to play kick to kick as the ball works up the ground. Goes out wide looking for Coy. Go directly across the ground. So on the outer wing side of the ground now. Ryan Coy. He will chip forward looking for Closter. Closter, ball is spoilt. Comes to the Belmont hands. They need a long kick. And the long kick they get into the teeth of goal. There's no one home for them. Whoever's going to be quickest leading for the race to the ball here. And Cormac Evans will be that man, and he will run the ball.
And forward line.
Belmont 9-2, lead East 7-10. The Grandy Cyclone Sport second quarter scoreboard. The short chip in for East Geelong once again, and they're just playing possession footy to Belmont Lions players crash into one another going for the mark there and allow East Geelong the free possession. The ball kicked towards centre wing. Reading it well on that occasion was block for the Belmont Lions. Goes inboard, looking for and finding Cowlin. Cowlin now, just a little chip pass, and they've come undone. That's a terrible effort at getting the football on that occasion. That was by Jake Mawson. Didn't bend the back to pick the footy up, but they've got out of trouble. East as Belmont have kicked it very, very wide for them. And again, in front of the erstwhile sponsors who are having a great afternoon here at Richmond Crescent, the ball will be thrown in once again. 17 and a half minutes gone in the quarter. Belmont lead East Geelong 9-2 to 7-10.
Ball comes in. Ball comes to Cowlin. Cowlin gets tackled off the ball. Again, a ton of players coming over the top of the ball, and the umpire says, give it.
Just a little bit, mate.
All right, 990,000 then. So the throw up again comes in. Fisher can't get the tap out. Ball comes down, though, to Carroll. Carroll gets a handball inboard. And once again, the ball will be...
All on the other side, nearly.
All on the other side, making a squint. So ball comes in once again. Mayer trying to get the ball. And again, a ton of players just fall over the top of the ball. Very hard to pick any of them out. The ball's still coming off hands, and once again, 750.
Well, when you talk about class sides and class football, you don't always talk about beautiful passing, handball, kicking, foot skills and that. They've actually used their class to bottle this right up, and credit to Tom Perrott for working that out at half-time.
So the ball came back in, Walden Dalek went straight to ground, and the umpire, Greg Cullen, will ball the ball up. Half-forward flank for the Belmont Lions. Trying to get into attack here in this third quarter.
But it does send out the challenge to Paul Negro to see if he can do pretty much the same in the last quarter.
Indeed it does. So ball comes down. Rogers tries to shake the tackle. Ball comes out to Carroll, I think it might have been. He goes forward now. Bowman gets the ball. He breaks the tackle, but he's under siege from the Belmont Lions boys. Comes to Coy. Coy chips into Hayden Ververs. Ververs goes round one. He gives to Brad Coy. A ball comes back in now to Ververs. Ververs goes right across the ground.
He's going to kick it out in the full. Yes, he has.
So he's gone across the face of goal. Tip for young players, as they say. You learn that in the under-14s.
Oh.
Chip kick from Pickett comes in. It's a bad chip kick. And Belmont, East Geelong will relieve pressure, but they've done it again. Out of bounds on the foot. So Williams with the ball. 50-metre mark. He's going to have a look. That's a terrible
Well, he ran too close to the man on the mark.
So the ball comes in. That will be Mawson, Jake Mawson. He gets a handball away. He goes to Bowman. He skids it along the ground, just stays in play, and the ball will run out. Ververs can't keep it in occasionally. So ball thrown in now. Ruckman fly for it. Closter tries to take it out of the ruck, but the ball comes down to Cowlin. Cowlin snaps high. Goes to the top of the square. Big punch on play and the local and sport.
So ball out of bounds. Deep in the attacking area for Belmont Lions. That's, rushing through there was...
Rogers, I think. Was it?
Doesn't look like Cat.
Offensively from East Geelong, but they've done a magnificent job this quarter in keeping Belmont to a minimum.
So back in the middle, as Andrew mentioned, 22 minutes now gone in the quarter. Up high as the tap down for Belmont goes to Rogers. He's bumped as he kicks the footy, attacking it and coming through strongly on that occasion was Savage for East Geelong. Now they go forward to spark them into...
what's going on there?
I don't know what's happened there.
Well, there's something happened behind the play because it did's not 10, and there's no way he ran 15. I can bank on that.
So Pickett now gets the free kick for Belmont Lions towards half forward. East Geelong taking the ball toward the boundary if they can. As Canterman tried to crash the pack, hasn't got the strength to go there. Rankin taken under the footy by Ververs. Handball to Coy Ryan. Now he's got out in the open. Now East Geelong, if they can get the footy, as Robertson now, he's not game to run at all. Gets a handball over to Murphy. Murphy now just to control it. A lovely chip, but doesn't go far enough. The tackle high was Ververs, surely. And free kick against Rankin on that occasion. Ververs accepts the free kick. That's pretty negative. Goes backwards to the handball. Now a little chip to Murphy, and they could sit here for the rest of the quarter, I'd imagine, East Geelong.
Well, it wouldn't hurt him to do that.
So now Murphy, that's a better kick. Better control, finds Savage, still on the flank. Savage goes inboard again, finds Lachlan. So East just possessing the footy at the moment. Now they decide Lachlan goes long, and it is a long kick. In good possession. He dropped the mark. Goodness gracious, that was the opportunity for East.
He did everything right.
Comes to Rankin, goes out wide, over the top of his teammate. Now the boundary umpire will say. Ball about to be thrown in. 24 minutes gone in the quarter.
So Fisher will come over the top. He'll get the ball down. Goes to Mawson. Mawson comes out to Fox. Run on now is Chalice. He'll take one bounce. Thinks about a second, but chips to Murphy, and Murphy will not mark on his chest. Well spoiled. Rankin will take the ball out of bounds. Just as good for East to have an out of bounds at this point in time of the game. So ball comes in. Goes right over the back. The wind takes it. Robertson gets the handball. Comes out to Cameron. Cameron goes across to Mawson. Mawson goes into the middle to Captain Ryan Coy, and he's dead centre of the ground and looking for that chip kick. He's looking for a short lead. Goes long, though. Looking out the back for Robertson or Ververs. Goes over the top. Says Robertson was pushed in the back, and he will get the free. I don't know if that was a push in the back where I come from, Grub.
No, I think he's just dropped away
in front.
He might be getting a bit tired, this bloke, Dung Dorling, because he umpired beautifully early. He's made a couple of errors this quarter.
So the balls came to Mawson and gone inbound to Closter. He puts his head right over the top of the ball. Probably deserves something out of that. Very courageous move by Closter. He cannot get the ball out, though. And
should have taken the mark in the first place, I reckon.
He probably should have.
And havoc with those marking over. Lucas Murphy drops one. It's playing havoc, I can tell you, because he don't drop many.
So Fisher gets the punch, but well roved by Robertson. Robertson goes to Chalice. He takes a bounce, but staffs it up completely. Goes back to Robertson. He'll clean up the mess. He centres the ball, gets tackled as he kicks it, goes to the top of the square. East Geelong, Belmont need to defend vigorously here, or East Geelong are going to get a goal. They do that.
Apply that tackle, that was a goal.
That was a goal. It was looking like a goal. Murphy gets the tap down in the ruck contest. Ball comes out to Cowland. Cowland can't get the ball free for Belmont. Handball comes out. That's Closter. Closter defends, goes one, goes round
the ball.
Two.
He's getting the free kick for height.
Extremely important goal for East Geelong because it could spell the death note for East, but he cannot.
He's got it, I think. He's got it.
Control that wind?
No, he's got it.
Yes, he can. That's a great goal by Robertson.
Minutes gone in the quarter, guys. Only 3 goals for the quarter, so there's a possibility not that long to play in the quarter. So, a great quarter for East Geelong.
Wouldn't matter anyway with KO in the thing, eh?
And they've won the... There
it is. There you go. Well done, KO. Shortest quarters. Well, the first and third.
There you go. I picked it at 3/4 time. It is 3/4 time. East Geelong 8 goals, 10, 48. Trail now by 4 points, 10-62 Belmont Lions. Goal kickers for the first 3 quarters for East Geelong. 2 to Closter, 1 each to Chalice, Manson, Jake, Murphy, Bowman, Savage and Fernandez. And the 4 Belmont Lions, 3 to each of Logan, Johnson and Smith, and 1 to Chris Canavan. Just
define where they had to bottle them up to win this game.
Well, the bloke behind the play was Coy and did a fantastic job, I reckon. And
well, we said Drew Lachlan was one of their number 1 defenders, and he's the actual guy that's standing on Freddie Logan at the moment.
Yeah, so he's done a very good job. Well, the siren sounded. We're in the final quarter, our match of the day. Ball comes down from the tap. Nobody can get it clear just yet. Player over the ball, Belmont Lions. Umpire says play on, get it out if you can, and East finally come out with it, but don't get very far. Cameron, a little flick up there to Chalice, and Chalice, he's run 100 yards, but he's put the ball on the boot. Magnificent effort from Andrew Chalice. I don't know how he didn't get pinged for running.
You don't want umpires spoiling good play like that, though. That's fair enough.
Classy looking play, wasn't it?
Oh, it was beautiful football.
So back in the middle, only a minute into the quarter, and East have hit the front. And can they go on from here? Up high. Good tap down by Bolton. He's done very well in the ruck against a taller opponent, but Belmont Lions get the clearance from the middle. It is at centre half forward. Where's Fred? Can't get to the footy. He's chopped out of it again. Comes out wide to Lachlan. Here's a chip pass, a control pass. Finds his teammate in Cameron. And Cameron takes the mark. Back into the corridor. You're going to have to work hard and can't take the mark. On that occasion, Fernandez. Now it's come to centre wing at the drop of the footy. East Geelong through Chalice. He's done pretty well. He gets the handball out. East Geelong handball again. Ververs. Handball.
Right in front of the broadcast position, we have Bolton and Fisher going for the ball. Ball again. The wind takes the ball away. Neither ruckman contests the ball. Goes straight to the ground. Pack of players fall on it. Chalice comes up with it. He tries to break the tackle. Below the whistle, Fisher looking for the tap, but Bolton gets the tap. Comes to Closter. Closter has a bit of space. Takes 2 steps. Takes a long kick forward, looking for Murphy. Straight to his chest. That's classic East Geelong play, using the advantage of this wind. So tap from Bolton to Closter, straight down Murphy's throat. He would be 35, 40 metres out, pretty much directly in front.
A bold move, Grubby. Murphy was running full tilt to a ball kick 50 metres.
He knew it was coming.
And it hit it full ball.
He knew it was coming, and it was a magnificent kick by Closter.
Bread and butter kick for Lucas Murphy. That's how he kicked 100 goals last year. Straight
4 minutes, and let's hope that they can put on a contest now for the rest of the quarter. Ruck contest a little bit untidy. Ball comes clear for East Geelong, and they're doing well in the middle breaks now. They're not able to break it clear, however, and ball back into the centre circle. And umpire has received the ball, put it in the air. Has the good tap there for East Geelong by Bolton, and running through with the flight was Robertson, is it? No, it's Ververs, in fact. Ververs picks it up. Now a control kick to the pocket, looking for Closter, but and perhaps that's a magnificent kick from the boundary. As
an even better mark in the goal square.
Well, it's just in the goal square or just beside it. He's played on quickly, Lucas Murphy, and 2 in a minute for Murphy.
And so, he's been terrific all day.
So back in the middle, and Bolton's done very well in this quarter from the tap down. This time beaten, goes to Rankin. Rankin for Belmont Lions, goes towards Logan.
Come on, Freddie.
And, Logan beaten to the ball there by Lachlan, and maybe, and I think by that time Lachlan had the
cut
run
across,
on him anyway. Yes. So the tap down for Belmont. There's a bit of information down 9 Black Caviar's won 20 in a row. Not a bad effort, Grubby, if you're a horse person.
Well, it is, and Fred's just given us that news, but I could have told him that last Wednesday that he was going to win that.
So for $10, I've got 2 cents back.
Oh, did you? Well done.
Good, your shout after the game.
So the ball for East Geelong goes towards half forward. Attacking the footy there was Bowman, and East now quickly into the forward 50. Oh, running with the...
great play.
It just didn't get clear, unfortunately, on that occasion, their young fella, but it is almost in the goal square for East Geelong. Belmont now trying desperately to defend it. They can't do so. It's picked up by Chalice, and that's his second goal for the quarter. And
Corio 7 goals, 10, trailing North Geelong 16-13. Bannockburn 14-17. Leading Geelong West 5 goals, 6. Anarchy 17-13, leading Winchelsea 3-9. And as I say, full time at Thompson, a boil over, 9-11.
The full forward area for East Geelong, and now back towards the half forward flank, and we've got the ball out of bounds, about to come in. 8.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Roving the pack pretty well. Unfortunately, couldn't get away with a wet sail here. They've kicked 4 goals in 8 minutes and threatening to kick a few more. Rankin, back of the pack, tried to pick the footy up and go, but he's tackled immediately. Stacks on the mill. Umpire, I thought he was going to play hold the ball.
No, he didn't drag it in, and well umpired that time.
He had no prior opportunity at all on that occasion.
These boys tried to con him, but he was too good for him.
So the tap down, great tap down from Bolton. As I said before, done very well in this second half against the taller opponents. Now, 262.
Well, he's a substitute umpire, this bloke. He's done a really good job.
He has done a good job. Ball comes out to Closter, running through centre half forward. He goes for goal now. Murphy's back there. Will tussle on. Will be rushed through, or Bowman's got his foot to it.
No, it's through.
No, rushed through. The run of the score there, 12-11-85, is East Geelong to Belmont Lions 10-2-62. Smith's Hold Blood Suzuki scoreboard as Belmont brings the ball back in. Ball goes to hands, comes to ground now. I couldn't see, I think it was Bound, couldn't get the ball out there. Eventually gets a handball. Ball works up around the wing. Smith has the ball. He tries to shake off 1-2. Ball gets dispossessed. Coming to Closter, I think it was. It comes in board now. Belmont Lions through Perry get the ball. Perry goes looking for...
Oh, good tackle.
Who was that? That was Carroll. Carroll was tackled off the ball, but wasn't part. Go to Williams. Williams kicks out wide to Belmont Lions on the wing. Go forward now, but that's a terrible kick. Terrible kick, and I think that's in the hands of Dahl on the back flank for East Geelong. He comes in looking for Robertson, but another horrible kick. I think the first spits of rain are coming out there. Brad Coy tries to get the ball, but it's chipped forward. Freddie Logan running onto it. He can't. He goes wide around the ball and leaves it to Jess Ward, but Ward can't get the kick. Comes to Belmont, they will leave across the ground and come out to the commentary side of the ground. Comes inbound, looking for Jake Mawson. He gets the ball, comes out wide to Ververs. Ververs has time, has a look upfield. He is looking for Cameron.
But he looks very ordinary when he hasn't.
That's a very accurate observation, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't, has no defensive part of his game at all.
Ball comes in, Perry will get the knockdown. He gives that off to Rankin. Rankin comes to... Neville chips inboard.
Ooh.
So they're working hard, Belmont, but for not a lot of effect. Comes to Brad Coy. He goes to Dahl. Dahl bombs the ball long, looking for Chalice, but he can't take the ball, and Mayer will take the mark at true centre half back for Belmont Lions.
Like his game.
He goes out wide, and it is Carroll leading for the race for the ball. I thought Carroll was shot before the way he went down injured, but he's up and alive. Lachlan running for the ball for East Geelong in the outer side, so it's travelled into Belmont's forward half, just inside the 50. Lachlan gets the ball. He comes out to Fox. Fox goes across to Robertson, who comes out to Ververs, and again they will bring it out on the commentary side of the ground, the outer side of the ground for East Geelong.
Oh.
So Ververs' kick is a kick to touch.
Grubby, Ververs, but his disposal lets him down, doesn't it?
Look, he hasn't been good with it. And normally he's not a bad little left foot kick, but maybe the wind's he's very light. He might not be able to get a good go at it.
The ball back in the back pocket for East Geelong, picked up by Robinson to Ververs. That's better. Got it by hand. Umpires paid advantage. East Geelong now have handball. That's a dangerous kick. The back of the pack, Chalice runs onto the footy, picks it up. You've got a player loose across the ground. Looks like it is Popel. Popel now out to the lead there of Coy. Ryan Coy turns quickly in towards centre half forward. Punch clear comes for Belmont Lions. It's back to Popel. He goes into looking for Murphy. Unfortunately, filling the space in front of him is Perry. And, that's an atrocious kick from Perry into the goal square. He's going to have to take it through. Before they lead Belmont Lions 10-2-62. Smith's Holden Blood Suzuki final quarter scoreboard, 14 minutes gone.
So the ball has gone out to visit the sponsors for the first time in a while, as they've been favouring this side of the ground. And that will be Williams. It is getting dark.
It is.
Very hard to see that outer side of the ground. Rankin went over the top as the third man up and got the tap down, then tries to rove his own ball. Carroll inside for Belmont. He can't get the ball out. Below the whistle umpire, indeed he does. The clubroom side of the ground. Ball goes up. Bolton will fly and get that. Dave Hewitt, thank you very much. The weatherman says it's about to rain. We've seen that, Dave. Ball comes to Robertson.
He's getting clever, isn't he?
Yeah, he goes to Ververs. He comes out wide now. Is that the Chris Fox, I think, has got the ball. He stops and has a look. Takes one bounce, takes two bounces. It was Jacob Nolan, in fact. The umpire
didn't take any bounces.
He didn't take any bounces. Pink. Ground to get cut up. It's in such good nick now.
Oh, that's 50 metres.
No, he did not within 5 metres.
He was touching him.
So the ball now at centre half forward for Belmont Lions. So they need a goal is an understatement. Handball comes out to Ververs. Ververs goes for the handball to Closter. Closter has one bounce. No left foot, so turns back into trouble. On the right foot goes to middle of the ground. That's a good controlled kick and finds a teammate in Fernandez. Fernandez slows it down. Now goes long to forward 50. Oh, I would have thought Murphy might have got a free kick from the back there, but he's put a great tackle on the player with the footy. Coy can't pick it up, and very scrambly football on the forward 50. Pickett kicks it off the ground for Belmont Lions, only as far as Popel. He's put down without the footy uncomfortably. That's the ball thrown in, half forward flank. Dale gets the tap down, east at ground level, doing much better now, much cleaner. And, oh, that's a great mark.
Didn't pay.
Not paid. Gee, I thought pretty clear cut as the ball goes out to half-back flank for Belmont again. Back into the corridor, dangerous, but it's come off for them as Atkinson. He comes out wide looking for Neville. Neville gets the footy, not too sure where to go from here. Decides to handball back, and the kick goes forward.
Well, there's a nest of eagles there.
It is all East Geelong, and poor old Fred Logan, 1 out against 3. Not much chance at all on that occasion. Now the long kick going to, well, it's kicked the kick at the moment. The ball has come back to Timothy Block, half-back flank, and there's a few East Geelong boys starting to look a bit weary, but that's kicked off, touched off the boot. Ververs, good spoil on Neville as the ball comes toward the boundary, and it's forced over for a throw-in.
Didn't come off the knee then, did it?
Just about. 17 minutes gone, final quarter. 12-12 East, 10-2 Belmont Lions.
I think there's a few boys blowing hard here as the ball comes
good trick
back
that. You just bounce the bloke into the fence and say, sorry, mate.
That was Carroll with the ball. Carroll goes forward to a contest. Oh, big hip and shoulder to Mawson. He goes down. Carroll gets up, says player advantage, says the umpire. Ball comes out to Rogers. Rogers goes long, looking for a lead, and he has it, I think, in Fisher, the big ruckman. And Fisher has the ball about 40 metres out from goal for the Belmont Lions. It's probably in kicking distance. The wind has abated a little bit. So Fisher lines up for goal now. A big roost. That's not going to make the distance. Comes to the 5 metre square. Logan flies high. But that was a great mark to Drew Lachlan, and that is why he's probably East's #1 backman.
He's been good today, too.
He has indeed. He chips out wide now. Ball stolen, though, by Cowland.
Advantage rule.
Advantage rule.
I mean, can you get advantage? Like, he got the free kick and went in front of the mark, and then got up and kept going. I would say he has to...
If he wants to continue, they pay advantage if he's not tagged.
I didn't think he could do that.
So the ball comes out now to Fox. Fox chips the ball to Robertson. He's
Back.
well tackled, though, but the umpire says high. He signalled the wrong way again, but the ball will go to Robertson, who's had a really, really good second half. He goes right across the ground to Lachlan. What's the umpire called? Nothing?
Whistles blown
Saw
everywhere.
a whistle blown on play. He's called 50.
No, he's giving him a 50.
Back with Robertson, he's called a 50-metre penalty. So he likes giving a 50, this bloke Dorling, doesn't he?
Look, I've got a funny feeling it's from the non-controlling umpire again, is it?
Yeah, he likes to override. Ball gets chipped into Closter from the reset. So Robertson to Closter. Closter dead centre of the ground as the conditions really get dark here. I think it's going to pour. He handballs over the top to Robertson, who goes long looking for Murphy. Murphy against two. Flies, can't take the ball, and the ball will be... Oh, it's kept in play. Comes out to the wing. Mayor leading for Belmont Lions in the race for the ball in front of the old nets. He gets a handball, probably taken a little bit high. Kicks off the ground, Mayor keeping control. He's done that well. He's done that very well, really. I think an out of bounds effort for Mayor was quite a good effort on his part.
Yes,
there.
that's all he wanted, I think. He had nothing to kick to further up the ground, but East Geelong players, so a pretty good effort. So now in front of our broadcast position at the 20-minute mark, final quarter, very, very dark. It's seeming to be very, very wet before long. Closter through the pack to Vervis by hand, over to Mawson. Mawson on the left foot. Players attack the footy. It's half-forward flank. Good tackle there for East Geelong by Spencer, but the ball, well, it's still in play. As the ball back to middle of the ground, only player there is Robertson for East Geelong. There's another player loose in the middle of the ground, and it's all East Geelong at the moment as Evans now goes much wider again. Oh, great mark, almost roving it is Coy. Great roving, handball over to Dale, back to Coy. Over another one to Fox. Now Fox the long kick to full forward. Murphy's in front of about 7. Can't take the mark, and Belmont Lions with numbers. Oh, player took him on. That would have been holding the ball, but he got clear with the handball. Now the little chip pass. Oh, terrific work there by Buck. They're working very, very hard late in the game, East Geelong, as they should. And 21 minutes, it is 12-12 East Geelong, 10-2 Belmont Lions.
Ball comes into a huddle, taken to ground. Mawson picks up the ball. He's chipped it out of the middle.
That was
he's chipped it out of the middle. Murphy's jumped on it. He's got over.
Hard to see the players, isn't it?
How far East Geelong is going to be the question. The big fella Fisher's gone missing. It's left Rankin to take the ruck against Bolton. Bolton gets the tap out. He's going to get a handball back off his own work. He's going to kick forward, and that's a great mark. I think Belmont have just about lost the 40 metres out, and a slight angle. This one's there for the taking if he wishes. He starts it out there, and he started that out beautifully. That was a great kick from top.
The squall there has taken the ball very, very wide. Pickett picks the ball up for Belmont Lions, goes towards half forward, but it is got a bit of opposition somewhere.
Fred just said the rain's washed us away.
Oh.
We must have lost the signal.
Must have. Here it comes now, the rain. Oh, well, just for the tally now, are we, boys? So ball comes to East Geelong. Comes back out. I think Fox might have had the ball then. He goes forward. Picked up by Closter, is it? Chalice, sorry, it was, as the rain starts to fall there at East Geelong, looking for Lucas Murphy. He was one out. Ball gets tapped away. Jesse Mawson at the fall of the ball. Strong tackle, and Greg Cullen says, give it to me. It is a ball up. No. To go the good old power off and power on. Could always work.
Well, if you can get hold of him, tell him to put a bit of status quo, because this is rubbish what he's got on here. You might have to sing, Andrew. It's nice. We'll have an early end too. It's a pity they finished so well. We could have gone and watched the last quarter of Thompson and Bell Post. They've been finished in half an hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
The on-off's at the back, I think, Andrew, isn't it? It should automatically dial, Andrew, if we've turned it off.
Yeah.